Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which we're going to talk a little bit about the Leopard 1, aka the Master Tier 10 German medium tank, because oh boy, is that tank fitting the meta perfectly. Let me explain briefly to you what this tank is. We could sum it up in three different things. No armor, really good mobility, and really good gun. By those statistics, you should already understand that it's not made for new players, not even for average players. It's only dedicated to good players, so don't make the mistake if you're a newbie to grind that tank just because it looks cool, because you're gonna get completely wrecked on the battlefield. So as I told you, no armor on the tank, not even the gun mantlet will be able to bounce anything, so really be careful and be aware of that, because every single mistakes you're gonna do, you're gonna be punished for it. For the rest of the tank, you have yourself one of the greatest DPM at tier 10, 3.6k, an amazing gun dispersion allowing you to snapshot nearly everything, an amazing aim time, an amazing reload time, an amazing penetration. Everything is great about this tank's gun, so I'm not gonna bother too much. And for the rest, an amazing mobility, because with this tank you nearly can compete with the light tanks when it comes to the top speed, because you can go to 65 kilometers per hour. So yeah, this tank is definitely something you want to add to your collection once you know how to play. And yeah, concerning the playstyle, let's jump into some battle. We are going to take a look at two different replays. The first one is what happens when nobody cares about you, where you are going to be able to be the king of DPM on the battlefield. And the second one, what happens when you rush too recklessly. So for the first one, as you're going to see pretty soon in that replay, nobody is going to give a damn about me, which will allow me to use my 3.6k DPM as effectively as possible. I took the shot from the T92E1 because I thought the guy shot at the Vickers and bounced, but I was wrong. So yeah, already 3 shots on that T92E1. It's been only 30 seconds in, and we already have 1k damage dealt. This is something incredible about that tank. So there we go, we got a lucky bounce from the Emil here, and yeah, we're gonna take a look at the 268. As you can see, not a lot of tanks, especially featuring 350 alpha damage, could allow themselves to sneak 2 shots on a climbing tank such as the 268 like we did here. If we were playing, for example, the E50M, we wouldn't have been able to shoot 2 times, but rather only 1. So there we go, we're trying to sneak our shots, but unfortunately there is the Emil that is stubborn and really wants to kill us. I can totally understand him, because as a Leo 1, we are a real threat. But yeah, my team is pushing on the other side, which will allow me to snap some adrenaline and get my shit done. There we go, the Leopard. We put 2 shots, and just take a look at the reload time when you're using adrenaline. 4.8 seconds with 350 alpha damage. We're not talking about 310 like it's the case on an Object 140 or something like that. No, we are talking about a rough 350, which means that every possibly 4.8 seconds in that case, I'll be inflicting nearly 700 damage. And this is what this tank is awesome at, dealing damage when nobody cares about you. And you saw here, nobody gave a damn. I just had to make my team push with me, and it all worked together. And in this game, what is interesting to notice is how I played at the beginning. As you can see, as I don't have any armor, I'm not trying to hold down, which implies that I'm not trying to stay in front of my enemies, showing my turret and hoping for them to bounce. No, with that tank it's impossible to do that. What you want to do is go out of your position, sneak your shot as fast as possible, and come back to a safe position from which nobody can shoot you. That's what we did, even if in the end we took a couple of shots, and we managed to do 5.4k damage in less than 3 minutes. And this is what this tank is excellent at. Concerning the second game, guys, you're gonna see what happens when you use your mobility a little bit too much, because most of the time something dangerous with the Leo 1 is taking quite aggressive positions, because based on your top speed you are one of the fastest tanks, which implies that you can get to the enemy spawn within seconds without even knowing that you're in the enemy spawn. For example, here the AV4202 just entered into the game, and we're already at the middle of the map being able to spot them all, because yes, the Leo 1 is also an amazing spot, but you're gonna see that here we're gonna get punished for that. We're gonna get punished for that, because now we're stuck to that position. There is nothing we can do, and we're gonna get clapped a little bit by the Super Conqueror. That has to be one of the luckiest tanks out there, because one shot into the hole, we just bounced because our shell didn't go where we were aiming. I tried to go for a second one, and once again it goes in the track. This is just insane. So I get circled, and as you can see, only 1 minute into the game and I already lost all my hit points because I got wrecked by the enemies. I'm just gonna take a brief look at what's happening right now so you understand how you can get punished for your mistakes. I took an extremely aggressive position by going there, okay? And the rest of my team did not really follow. That's the problem that you can get with this tank, which implies that when you try to take an aggressive position, you are expecting your team to follow, but if they don't, you are going to get screwed. This is what happened here, because we have the heavy-1A3 camping in the back, we have another medium right there trying to circle from here, but most importantly, we have two guys, we don't really know what they're doing, but they are on this side of the map. There is the 268 and the E75. We don't really know what they did here, and they have nothing to do, they serve no purpose, but that's how it is. But at least now, as they are turning back, I'm gonna be able to get some help, because thanks to my great mobility, I can allow myself to escape even if I took quite a couple of shots. And this is exactly what we're gonna do, killing the Yak Tiger in the process, and now we have to hide. We have the E50M with us as well, which is probably gonna help us a little bit there, so we are trying to sneak a shot on the guy. And yeah, now we have to be careful. We have to be careful because we are on one shot and we are only 1 minute and 20 seconds in. So what I'm gonna do now is playing what I call the hopeless medium, which implies that you need to wait for your whole team to take shots for you in order for you not to be shot to death, because now we're one shot and we're clearly not gonna bounce anything. So there we go, we sneaked a shot on the 100 after we tried to sneak one on the WT because I knew I'm gonna reload faster than both of them. And now I'm just trying to take, let's say, a protective position. I'm using my allies' hit points to take shots for me, and it's gonna work perfectly because it seems like for the moment we are not dead. Now I'm feeling like, yeah, you know what, I have a really good mobility and I want to use it against the Grill 15. I know that I can circle the guy once he shot, so I'm just waiting for him to shoot a little bit for me to be able to go in his back, because as you all know, the Grill 15 doesn't have a fully traversable turret. So there we go, I see my luck because the guy did not repair his track, so I'm expecting this fella not to have any repair kit left. I just go around and we got the kill steal by the heavy hammer. This is something that happens and it's not a problem, but at least if you were brief, you saw on the side right there on top that I had 2k assisting damage, because even if you're not a light tank, you can actually and efficiently spot for your team. We managed to deal nearly 4.1k damage and 2k by assistance. This is the power of the Leo. It's a tank that combines both the aspects of the mediums thanks to its gun with the mobility of light tanks, which makes it a little bit hybrid and quite an enjoyable tank as long as you know what you're doing and as long as you're a good player. Hopefully you enjoyed, guys. If that's the case, feel free to subscribe, like and share, and I'm gonna see you soon for a new review that you will hopefully like. Bye.